It wasn't until they saw Alice's body that her parents were shocked to realize she had already been dead for a week. Only at that moment did the mother realize that it was her own hands that killed her biological daughter, Alice. It turned out that 5 years ago, their adopted daughter Jessica became jealous of Alice's talent and actually stole one of Alice's paintings. When the grandmother discovered what Jessica had done, she immediately tried to expose Jessica's true nature. But to keep her secret, Jessica pushed the grandmother down the stairs and framed Alice for it. The parents had always favored Jessica, so they immediately sent Alice to prison and even bribed other inmates to bully Alice every single day. 5 years passed like that. The doctor told Alice that she was in the late stage of cancer and had only 3 days left to live. The doctor asked if Alice had any last wishes. Alice said coldly, "I want to take back what belongs to me." Out of humanitarian concern, the prison released Alice early, but even after her parents received the news, they didn't come to pick her up because they were busy hosting Jessica's art exhibition. The whole family felt proud of Jessica. The father even said that Jessica was his only daughter. When Jessica saw Alice, she deliberately reminded everyone, "Don't forget about Alice." But their brother said in disgust, "No one in this family likes Alice." Alice didn't get angry when she heard that. Instead, she asked Jessica, "It's been 5 years. Why are you still stealing my paintings?" The brother immediately scolded Alice, saying she was jealous of Jessica's talent. Jessica told her brother not to be angry and said that Alice must have suffered a lot. Then she gently took Alice's hand, but Jessica intentionally scratched her own hand and accused Alice of hurting her. The family immediately started blaming Alice. The father even slapped Alice in the face and then took Jessica to the hospital. The next day was Jessica's birthday. Their parents threw her a grand birthday party, but they completely forgot that it was also Alice's birthday. Jessica knew Alice was allergic to grapes, yet she told Alice to drink grape juice. Alice said she couldn't drink it, but the family thought she was just trying to embarrass Jessica at her party. Completely disappointed in her family, Alice drank 3 full glasses of grape juice. Soon, she collapsed to the floor from the allergic reaction. Only then did the mother remember that Alice was allergic to grapes. She asked angrily why Alice hadn't said so earlier. In her fury, Alice poured out all her grievances and told them that it was her birthday too. But the family said coldly that Alice was a criminal and didn't deserve a birthday. They even accused her of ruining the good atmosphere. Jessica once again played the peacemaker, first telling the family not to be angry, then telling Alice to take her medicine quickly. She even kindly poured Alice a glass of water. But just as Alice reached for it, Jessica intentionally dropped the glass on the floor and pretended to be burned. The mother said angrily, "Jessica's hands are for painting. If they're burned, I'll never forgive you, Alice." Then the family took Jessica to the hospital again. The maid suggested Alice go too, but Alice said she had something more important to do. She went to the studio and painted a work that could prove her innocence. But Jessica suddenly barged in. For the past 5 years, she had been using Alice's paintings to gain fame and awards. Now she demanded that Alice give her the new one too. Alice refused. But Jessica said, "Being able to use your paintings is an honor for you, Alice." Just then, Jessica heard their parents coming upstairs. She immediately threw herself to the floor and accused Alice of pushing her. When the mother saw this, she slapped Alice hard across the face. Alice said sadly, "Jessica is trying to steal my painting." But the father said, "It must be because you're jealous of Jessica's talent and want to claim her painting as your own." The mother believed him. She snatched Alice's painting away and said that while Alice could steal Jessica's painting, she could never steal her talent. Then she handed Alice's painting to Jessica. To punish Alice, the mother locked her in the studio. But what she didn't know was Alice had only 1 day left to live. That was the last time she would ever see her daughter alive. A week later, the mother came to the studio with a set of clothes. As soon as she entered, she smelled a terrible stench, but didn't think much of it. She told Alice that today was Jessica's exhibition and ordered her to change into the new clothes. When Alice didn't respond, the mother continued, saying she wasn't biased toward Jessica, but that Alice just caused them too much trouble. The more she spoke, the angrier she became, finally saying she regretted ever giving birth to Alice. Facing her mother's accusations, Alice didn't say a single word. Just as the mother sensed something was wrong, Jessica called her away. When the exhibition began, the father suddenly remembered Alice. He told the brother to go bring Alice down. When the brother arrived at the studio, studio. The stench was so strong he could barely open his eyes. He shouted, asking how long it had been since Alice last bathed, and ordered her to come downstairs immediately. When he saw Alice wasn't moving, he angrily walked up to her, and that's when he realized Alice was already dead.